Oh, my soul, I worship His holy name, singing like never before. Yes, Lord. Oh, my soul, I worship Your holy name. Yes, I worship Your holy name. The sun comes down, is the new day dawning. It's time to sing Your song again. Whatever may comes, whatever stand before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Sing with me, bless the Lord. So bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, I worship You, Lord. I worship Your holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, I worship Your holy name. Yes, I worship Your holy name. I worship Your holy name. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I worship Your holy name. And on that day, when my day is dawning, the night draw near, and the night come, and oh my goodness, I will sing Your praises, 10,000 risen and forevermore. Here we are in Your presence, O Lord. We are here to study Your word. We are here to know Your will. We are here to come to walk in Your counsel. Show us Your glory one more time. In Jesus' name. Beloved, we are talking about marriage as a covenant relationship between a man and a woman to strengthen their weaknesses and to fortify their strength. It's a covenant between man and a woman. It's a governing institution. It's a sacred God made. And the only law that God made against marriage is they shouldn't divorce. For this reason, a husband, a woman will leave her parents and go and cleave to the man. And what God have joined together, let nobody set asunder. Today we are talking about divorce. A very big elephant in our sitting room, living room. Nobody wants to talk about divorce. Divorce is one of the most dangerous devil and demon in our time that have caused so many pains, caused so many wounds, caused so many atrocities. Oh, divorce is very wicked. He has made children fatherless. He has made children motherless. He has caused suicide, caused many people to be in psychiatric. Many are behind bars. People are in jail because of divorce. Somebody couldn't finish his education because of divorce. Somebody is mad. Somebody is going insane. Somebody is locked up in a relationship. And every day, all that he is saying that if my mother married to my father, Mommy, don't go. Mommy, please don't go. Daddy, please don't go. Because of your selfish thinking. Selfish thinking. Think about your children, Mommy. Sister, think about the children. It's not about you. Somebody's life is at stake. For this reason, God said, I hate divorce. Malachi chapter 2 verse 16. He said, I hate divorce. And any person that practices what God hates, that person has put himself or herself under divine condemnation. I hate divorce. I hate divorce. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 39. A woman is bound to her husband as long as he lives. What does it mean? The word divorce doesn't exist. We can separate today, but so long as we have joined together in the sight of God, it still remains. Divorce doesn't exist. Because of the children in that relationship, we still have so many friends together. We have in-laws, and my former in-law still call me my son-in-law. What God have joined together, when we become one, we can never separate it, except death. Except death. My mother was married to her first husband. Divorce took place. The spirit of the giant of demonic divorce separated my mother from my stepdad. I never knew him, but I knew my stepbrothers. They were senior brothers. The painful aspect of it, the third one, that man said my brother wasn't his son. The day that man died, it took years. When that man died, my senior brother was about 40 years. My brother went there and looked at his dad lying down. He shook his head. My father took him, gave him name, gave him education. Divorce bring hurt, pain, and agony. We can't change it. And therefore God say, I hate it. Brother Gabriel, how can we avoid it? That is what we want to. I beg you, sister. I beg you, sister. God say he hates it. God say he doesn't like it. Luke chapter 16 verse 18. Anyone who divorces his wife and marry another woman commit adultery. And the man who marries a divorced woman commit adultery. And no adulterer will make heaven. Understand this. Marriage, the purpose of every marriage is heaven oriented. Oh no, not again. The purpose of every marriage is heaven oriented. So if the reason of your marriage is not based upon heaven, then I am afraid you are making a huge mistake. Let your relationship be built on this purpose. Because you want to make heaven. Because you want to make heaven. Make it a point, darling. And it will affect so many areas of your life and change so many things unprepared. Anyone who divorces his wife and marry another woman commits adultery. What are the causes of divorce? When we begin to know the causes, ladies and gentlemen, it will change and it will help us to safeguard. What are the factors? The main factor is absence of God. Absence of the law of God. What God have joined together. Matthew chapter 19, for this reason. Chapter 19, they came to Jesus, right, and asked him, should any reason cause a man or a woman to divorce his wife? And Jesus said, by the law, when a woman is married, is bound to her husband as long as he is alive. By law. Romans chapter 7 verse 2 to 3. As long as the man is still alive, the woman is bound. The woman, I'm talking about Christian marriage, of course. Absence of God cause divorce. What God have joined together, let no man put asunder. If God have not joined together, then definitely it's going to be put asunder. If God have not joined together, the tendency of putting asunder is very high. Very, very high. Very, very high. Because it's not God who joins together. Understand this? So the main cause is absence of God in the initial. Absence of God's initiation. It wasn't God who initiated. It's our economical reason. So many factors. I don't think we cover the factors why we marry. The factors, I think I'll come back, talk about that. We've not finished yet. Because it's a broad topic and lifelong topic that we can't deal with only 1 week. About 3 hours. No, we can't. We can't. There are so many factors attached to that. Today I want to focus on divorce. So absence of God initiation, absence of God building together, absence of God bringing two people together. There is no bound, there is no law. Galatians 5 says that walk with the Spirit and you will fulfill all the divine law. Because against the divine law, there is no law. So if a person is not working with divine law, that person has nothing to bind him. A marriage is a bond, that we are bound. So if God is not the initiator, there is no bond then. Number 2, factors of divorce is selfish. Every reason of divorce is self-centeredness. Everything is self. I, me, and myself. Why? Because anything that your husband or your wife does, you can forgive him or her if you want to. It's a choice. Divorce is a choice. It's a choice that people choose to. As we choose to marry, so do we choose to divorce. It's a choice. It's a choice centered on self-pursuit, self-desire, self-protection, everything is self-centered. Because if you marry, you are no longer one person. Marriage involves loads of people. Every person that you invited into that marriage ceremony is part of that relationship. Your colleagues, because in times of trouble, you consult them. Your parents, both in-laws. So marriage brings whole lots of people together. So when you separate, you want to split a whole lot of people. Every person is going to be affected. And if it is not selfish interest, and you begin to think about the people involved, I believe that at least your children involved. You brought children into this life. So marriage is caused by demonic spirit, which is built on selfish interest. It is a demonic spirit. That's why God says, I hate him. Anything that God says, I hate. When you are doing things that will bring to that point, be careful, my darling. Be very, very careful. God will hold you responsible. As long as that man is alive or dead, you are still bound together with the person. What's another cause? Number 3 is infidelity. Unfaithfulness in the relationship, unfaithfulness, sexual sin, immoral life, idolatry or fornication, higher cause of it. That man have excessive desire. That woman have excessive sexual drive. When he hits on her, she is like an animal. That man is not satisfied. He can't sleep on the same bed with his wife for 2 days without touching the wife. And when you are like that, you basically need deliverance. So you need deliverance. Anything that you have excessive strength of doing is demon somewhere. It is not normal. When you jump on your wife, 1, 2, 3 is not enough. You are not a human being. There's something is wrong. Seek counseling and deliverance. Such causes excessive drive cause a man to go into another woman and sleep with another woman and bring all kinds of pains and hurts, financial burden and problem follows after them. So most of the thing that cause a higher divorce is idolatry, sexual unfaithfulness in relationship. Number 4 or 5 is financial difficulties. Financial difficulties comes because of maybe improper arrangement of that relationship. You went in, you didn't have a job. And you're now giving birth, now it's a burden. Or you've lost your job. You've lost your parents. You make impulse buying. Financial difficulties bring stress, especially when the husband has lost his job and the burden is coming upon the woman. They can't carry it. So most of the time, financial difficulties come because of self-negligence, because of laziness, lack of proper planning, impulse buying, waste of money, waste of time, leads to financial difficulties. Avoid that. Avoid bringing pressure financially into your life because it can affect your life and can cause more problem. Number 6, work or stress. Obligations. Now you got a new job. He has to move from one place to another place. So he's been transferred. The wife couldn't go. The wife remained, and that is what is being done in Africa. Policemen are the adulterous people in Africa. The most adulterous and wicked men in Africa are policemen. They are being transferred here and there, and everywhere they go, they marry. They are so seductive and weak. If you're married to a policeman, be careful you are not married to one person. You don't have a husband. Everywhere that he transfers, he just go and spread up his sperm. I salute you. You need to go and do the job. Don't go and flirt around. People that have many children are police people. The devil is a liar. Because of transfer of job, stress, find a new job, and he can't cope with stress. He can't manage with stress. Avoid stress in your life because one of the highest rates of divorce come by stress. You're going and the husband is coming, you don't have time. And this is where the enemy get opportunity in to bring boyfriend, a new friend, new friendship, and other things. You learn new environments, and the stress and obligation keeps you away from your family for 1 week, 2 months, 3 months, you're gone. You lose that intimacy and contact, that emotional contact when it is broken. Anything that will bring that emotional contact broken can be used as a force that will bring divorce. Very, very, very careful. Let us be very careful because it's a very dangerous topic that the church needs to treat today. Pastors are divorcing, bishops are divorcing, but the Lord said, no divorcee will enter into my kingdom. No divorcee. But brother, it's not my fault, honey. It breaks together. We form it together. We break it together. If you say you don't want it, you can keep it. It is by choice. And it is by personal inadequate preparation. Number 7 might be a depression. Depression can come because of the loss of a family member, loss of job, loss of something so valuable to you can cause depression. Have you been in depression state before? A depression state is you can't think properly. Your mind is blocked. You can't think. And it can lead to high blood pressure. It can lead to all kinds of sickness. Depression can lead to mental and psychological problem that must be avoided. Loss of something bring depression. Pressure bring depression. Every now and then is loss of something so dear. A family friend, a husband, a wife, father, parents, mother, job, something so dear. Something so dear. When you are confronted with a high major decision, which you don't know what to do, then we go block out off. You can't think again. That will lead to depression. Another reason why divorce is addiction. Addiction. To be addicted to something. Addiction of how excessively using money, lottery, gambling, buying things impulsively. There is a sickness that people can buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. Oh my dear, you buy what you don't need. Excessive use, abuse of money. And when we're talking about addiction, we are talking about alcohol. Alcohol, he uses money on alcohol. Addiction, it is one of the highest rates that cause divorce. You become addicted to something that you so cherish and so loved that you have rejected your family members. Addiction will cause you to be separated. Emotional love, psychological love, and something that you Consider so dear. When you are addicted, it diverts you. Addiction is very, very bad. Don't be addicted. Being under excessive influence, being under a control of excessive use, abuse, addiction. Number 8 is lack of communication. Lack of communication. Lack of communication does not necessarily mean that we are no longer talking. We are talking, but we don't understand each other. The tone that we talk to each other doesn't work. The way we talk to each other is very bad. We have problem of communication. That marriage is getting to the drainage. Stop it, sister. Sit up well. Honey, we don't talk well. The way you talk to me, it's not nice. What have I done to you? Is there anything that we need to solve? Solve problem. Yesterday we talked about how to solve problem. Identify the problem, direct it. Identify it, direct it. Bring it where it's supposed to be. Bring what is missing in. Communicate well. Communicate. And communication demand what? Listening, noticing, and fixing. You listen, you hear, you record, and you implement them. So not only listening, but write something down. Know the points. Know the grief. Work with that. We can avoid that. We can avoid that if we want to. And there is always a way out. There is always a way out. Lack of a proper communication. A feeling of constraint. Feeling of constraint. I'm so bound. And that is where there is authority. That man is so rigid. And the woman said, I can't breathe. I am sophisticating. Your love is not a proper love. It's improportionate love. You are giving more than she can receive. Or you are demanding more than he can give. Sophisticating. When excessive demand is placed on you to receive more than you can need or more than you can produce, can bring constraint. You feel so tight. And I need to be free. I want to be free. The control is too much. Whenever she comes from work, you hide and go and look through her telephone number. Who called him? Excessive control, envy, jealousy. Hey! You are too much. I know we are all like that, but yours is too much. You check her. Who is calling whenever you hear somebody calling him? It could be that girl. Oh, sister, calm down. That is not fine. You constrain. You let him feel no breath. He can't communicate with every person. Any person that man wants to talk to, she is your girlfriend. Rivalry, the spirit of having rivalry. That's also another point. Jealousy and envy and rivalry. Every now and then, that sister of his own biological sister, the girlfriend, the fiancée, the wife say that she is the girlfriend. You allege every person. Why? Because of lack of trust. That is why it is very, very necessary that from the beginning to the end, trust must be built. Absence of trust bring insecurity. Absence of trust develop all kinds of things, unwanted and unprepared, realistic issue. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. We need to know all these things because we have neglected them as a neglected truth and unknown truth. Understand and know the area where the enemy is using to lash you out and come out as soon as possible. Come out. Come out among them and don't be equally yoked with anything that is destroying your marriage. Lack of trust. You don't trust him. Yes, to forgive is a divine, but to trust somebody is a process. There must be some new development and test and trust can be built. You must be tested sometime before we can build trust. We can build trust. Old experience causes people to lose trust and confidence. Trust and confidence, when it is not there, marriage can be broken out of that. What is the reason why your husband don't trust you? What is the reason why your wife don't trust you? Why? Why have you broken the heart? Be careful, be careful, be careful. Things that we do, the abuse and all kinds of things. Ladies and gentlemen, it causes people not to feel confident. Another reason why divorce comes is a high demand or a high expectation. Unrealistic expectation. You expect so much from me. You are demanding so much from me. High expectation. The expectation is too high. And therefore, the person is always under production. You compare me. You compare, sister, stop it. Don't assume too much. Don't assume my salary is not enough to build that demand. Some of you have built some kind of lifestyle. That is why I personally love this holiness teaching that brings all of us in equilibrium. That there is nobody who is going higher. We all be on the lower surface. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Unrealistic expectation. What you are demanding is too high, sister. Stop it. Reduce the standard. Reduce the standard. Another reason is lack of understanding. We don't understand each other. Pastor, we don't understand each other. Understanding here does not mean that we speak different English or we speak different language. Although, yes, we might have culture differences, which is also one of the highest costs. Educational differences, that is where this lack of understanding is. Culture differences, educational, social status, they can cause a great problem. Therefore, before you go in, weigh it. That sister has PhD and you are Form 5 liver. It takes divine grace for that woman to submit to your authority. It takes divine grace. The sister has acquired a higher degree. A sister have acquired a higher degree. Brother, you have financed that young girl to go to university. Don't you think that tomorrow that lady is going to tell you that you are not her mate, you are not her pair? We don't equally. We are not equal. We are not compatible. Lack of understanding comes from all these things. Lack of compatibility. Lack of, we don't have the same focus. We don't have the same focus. We are not thinking the same. We are not reasoning the same. We don't see things from the same points of view. And for the fact that we don't see things from the same point of view, we cannot understand each other. The same language that we are talking about, but the level of my reasoning is too higher than yours. So every now and then one is too far. When we get money, he is thinking of building, story building, but she is thinking of investing the money. We don't understand each other. We don't understand. We are all on the same journey, but there is lack of understanding. And because of lack of enough explanation, we don't explain into details. Explain into details to avoid that. Explain into details to avoid lack of understanding. We also talk about a quick change of lifestyle. A quick change of a lifestyle because of religion or because of culture. Because of religion or because of a new environment. Because of new friends. A quick change of a lifestyle. That sister is no longer cooking. That sister is no longer taking care of the children. That sister is no longer paying attention to the bed matters. Sister, you are divorcing. Spencer, I want to listen to everything that Brother Gabriel taught. You are wicked. Stop that foolishness. Go back and attend to your husband, sister. I'm sorry for my language, but let me rebuke you. You want to listen to everything that is going on. Everything. So 24/7, you are on the Facebook, you are on WhatsApp, you are on, oh my dear. Put it down. And go closer to your wife, husband. Attend to your husband, attend to your children. You have lost your responsibility. You have lost your touch. You are no longer active. You've withdrawn from your responsibility. and you're focusing on new thing, be careful what is giving you a new assignment, because you are being divorced from your old assignments. Avoid that, sister. No divorcee will go to heaven. No divorcee. But I don't care. But pastor, if he say he want to divorce me, you can stop that. Go and take his luggage. Bring the bag back. You are not going. Daddy, don't go because of my foolishness. I'm very sorry. Go down on your knees and plead. I never knew that I was driving you away. So many women are driving their husbands away. Many of them. A husband will go for another woman. Most of the time it's a woman that push that man. I am always tired. No, I can't. Oh, menopause. You are too young, sister, to go through menopause. I don't feel. It's not your feeling, sister. It's not about you, but it's about me. It's not you. When a woman say, I don't feel like, you feel like slapping her face. Where should I go? You are pushing me out, sister. You are pushing me out. You've given birth 1 year. You've not opened up yourself to sleep with your husband. Don't you think that you're pushing that man out? Learn lessons, sister. Average man cannot stay for 6 months. Lying in the same bed with you. And you open yourself. And whenever you see him, you are dressing. And you, oh my dear. When you gave birth, everything looks different. Your skin color have changed. From head to toe, things have changed. Your hair have received a new hair growth. Everything has changed. For 6 months, I can't come close. Yes, I know that you were in pains. 6 months, so have you never been able to use tablets to kill the pains? And whenever I come closer, you don't have time. You're pushing me aside. Sister, you are pushing me outside and you're losing your relationship. Higher 3 months. When all the wounds are healed, please, let's start back. Go back. Because it is very, very necessary. It is very, very necessary that the devil will not take advantage. Come back together, Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Come back together again. You were sick, yes, I understand. But now you are healed. Now come back and let us do what we were used to do. Insecurity. When I don't feel secure in this relationship, every now and then, every word that I've said fall into different ears. My words are not important. Your brother's messages. Whenever I bring suggestion, it is not being used by what my brother, your brother says, what your auntie says, what your uncle says. In this relationship, I am insecure. I am not your wife, your sister. My sister said this. My sister have rights. I don't want to use my anthem, but I wish I can tell you. You don't marry with your sister's idea. Marry with your own idea. Your wife wants to see you. You are gone. You are gone. Insecurity. If your wife sees that you are not secured, if your husband sees that she is not secured, that relationship stand on the cracked foundation. Let us do our best to avoid this thing, because God said, I hate divorce. So any step that will lead to divorce, brothers and sisters, please let us fight against that devil. He's a demon. We have spoken about new faiths, a new religion, a new culture. You want to learn. You want to integrate yourself. You want to integrate yourself. That is not bad. But becoming a born-again believer does not necessarily mean that you need to neglect your duty. We of us were Christians, but now you said that you want to follow holiness, outward and inside holiness. And therefore you've been able to remove it. The husband didn't say anything. You can go ahead and do it. But every now and then, when Brother Gabriel come on Facebook, you are there. When Brother Gabriel is 24/7, you are on phone with Brother Gabriel. Gabriel, I won't do that foolishness. Sister, go back to your husband. Attend to your husband. Listen to the Bible when it is appropriate time. God admires that. God is not against. God is not against that you neglect your house duty and follow him. He is not. He is not interested in that. He is not interested in that. God is against, He's against you neglecting your personal responsibility to your husband and follow him. If that man is a born-again believer, or even a person that you can convert him. Please, I need to talk about this. Very, very important. Very, very important, because many women are struggling and many men are struggling. Because of your duty as a elder, you've lost your touch to your wife. Oh, we are going to pray. Every now and then, and the woman is struggling. Sir, stay home. Pastor, if you see that your church member is struggling and he's losing his home, Pastor, take that position from him. Take that position from him. Take him to training and let him know how to combine. You're giving assignment to the sister in the church, and because of that, she is losing touch to the husband. Sir, remove that position from her as soon as possible, because you become the cause of that divorce. Let us avoid it. Pastor, you are traveling and you are taking somebody's wife along. Where is your wife? You are a person that is causing divorce. Some pastors are prophesying, as for this marriage is going to be divorced. Any person that speak that word, that language, is a devil. It's only the devil that can bring you, because God said, I hate it, and it is sin. Divorce is sin. Until you see divorce as sin, you will never walk away from it. See it as unwanted spirit in the hearts of a believer. What are the causes? What are the causes? One highest major of them all is called abuse. Abnormal use. Abuse. Hey! Abuse. Abuse. We have domestic abuse. Every now and then you punch the woman. Sir, you need to go to prison. I will advise that lady straight away. Hand him over to the police. You are not in that relationship to be abused. Go. If you want to fight, why don't you go? And now people can fight for money every now and then. Domestic abuse. Domestic abuse. Men are going through domestic abuse. Men are being hit with giggles. Men are being hit with anything. Sister, don't do that. You are foolish. Talk with your husband. Talk with your husband. Your strength is... I have not mentioned your name now. God have healed you, so it is okay, fine. Hallelujah. Stop fighting him. Stop. Stop. You hit your husband with anything that comes into your hand. You are a murderer. A man shouldn't stay with you. There are 3 factors the Bible actually makes available for divorce to take place. 3 factors. And number 1 is infidelity, for idolatry. Number 2 is when we come to religious basis. But because you have become born again and that person say, I can't live with you, I want to go and worship my idols. The Bible allows that, let a man go or let a woman go. And number 3 is abuse, domestic abuse. Domestic abuse does not exist only with the male or the female. It can happen to the entire family. Abuse, there are so many types of abuse. And when a person is going through that, she reduces his or her values. Discrimination. Discrimination because of your color, because of your gender. Abuse. We call it discriminatory abuse. We have institutional abuse. Institution, they don't talk to you because he's the doctor, he's the general overseer, he's the boss. So he treats you as if you are nothing. Sir, your position is just a mere name. You sweat, you stink, you smell. If you don't brush your teeth, you're smelling. I can't even talk to you. Stop that folly. Calm down. Institutional abuse or organizational abuse. There are so many laws that they make. Organization will make a law to abuse you. If you come work late, and we are going to take this money from you. If you go and break this, we are going. It's institutional abuse. We've mentioned domestic abuse. Domestic, which is go through between family. Fathers beating wives, wife beating children, mistreating children, mishandling children. Domestic abuse. We have physical abuse. That is more of fighting and punching and kicking, hurting, raping, That can lead to emotional abuse. Emotionally, you will hurt the sister. You say words that you couldn't say. You do things that you are not supposed to do. You hurt her. You hurt him. Sister, you are hurting me. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Understand and know the personality of your husband or your wife. No, I think we call it the character traits. Yeah, some people are introverts, some are extroverts, some are they reserved, they don't talk. There are different types of people that you must learn the character of your husband. Learn the character of your wife and know how to talk to her. Emotional abuse, verbal abuse. Oh, somebody can insult. Hey! That lady can insult. That is demon. Anything that you have excessive power of doing it, it is spirits. You need deliverance. When your husband make a mistake, you are gone. You drive him away from you. The man is gone. It's better to be in the desert than to be a woman who is troublesome. The Bible speaks against all these things. Bible speaks against all these things. Therefore, let us be very, very careful and be considerate. And be considerate. God said he hates divorce. Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 1, if a man divorces his wife, as she leaves him and marry another man, should he return to her again? Would not the land be completely defiled? It's a defilement. But I told you that that word divorce still remain until one dies. Until one dies. So we have financial abuse. That man, any money that comes into his hands, he abuses it. You are ruling your relationship. Financial abuse. We have sexual abuse. We've spoken about sexual abuse. Either you don't give in to your husband or you demand too much. You don't give at all or you demand too much or you give too much. It's abuse. Sexually abused. Every night, sir. Every night. Oh my God. That sister is dead. There is no strength in her. That is bad. You need deliverance. Sexual abuse. Sexual abuse go wayward of touching your own children. Sleeping with your own daughter. Sleeping with your own son. That is dangerous. That is demonic. If a man or a woman can do that, there are some people over there do that. People call themselves Christians. There are Roman fathers and priests who are doing that, touching children, abuse. Homosexual lifestyle is built on abuse. Every homosexual lifestyle is built, gay life is built on abuse. And any person who has gone through that lifestyle before need deliverance. Other than that, he cannot stay in relationship. He can't stay in relationship. Very dangerous. When people tell you what they are going through, because it leads to sexual addiction. And it leads to rape, abuse of children, mishandle of our wives and our spouse. Because when we fall into that spirit of gayism or lesbianism, it's one of the areas that I'm hoping I will get somebody to deliver very soon. Talking about this, when you were secondary school, you were playing up with that. And now you've married to a man and you don't feel satisfied. No man can satisfy you except a woman. And when you see a woman, you have affection for that woman. Sister, you need a deliverance because you are going to hell. You are going to hell. Maybe you are not dealing with women, but whenever you see a woman, you have affection for a woman. You need deliverance. Don't hide it. You need deliverance. You need deliverance because it will never let your marriage stand. Some are doing it alone. They are married to husbands and wife, but they have female and male partners, sex partners. You are going to hell. None of you will make heaven. None. No way. No heaven for you. Understand that if your father touches you wrongly, report him as soon as possible to your mom. Teach your children that any person that touch them wrongly, touch their private part, touch their breast, touch their bum, a father go in that area, that father is demonic. Let us be very, 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 very careful. We have digital abuse. Father, mother buying digital to your children. You are abusing your children. That is where they go on social media and they are connected. They are hooked with wrong people. Take it from them. Children are being abused on Facebook, on social media every day. Their mates are testing them. If you say it, we will beat you. In school, at school, children go through all kinds of abuse. Mother, when your children come from school, communicate with them and listen to what they are saying. If there is a need to report, report. Some of the children will confide in their mates. When you hear a child coming from school and saying something, try and alert as soon as possible, because child abuse goes on every day unaware. Parents are not in a good mood, and therefore their children are being neglected. Neglected. One of the abuse is called neglect abuse. That child is in the family, but she or he is being neglected. Why? Because he's a stepchild, a stepdaughter. They go through that pains. Stepchildren go through that neglect and abuse. Be careful to avoid that. Avoid that. Sometimes those children bring themselves into that foolishness. Those children bring themselves into that I've been there before, so I know what I'm talking about. Those children bring themselves into that part. And there is nothing much. You try and pull, the more you pull, that child is going away. And it's very, very difficult. Children in relationship, children brought into relationship can have a big role in that. Parents need to stand strong and stand firm. Allow that man who is a stepfather to have a total control. When that man is training the girl or the boy, please don't step in. You biological parent, don't step into the step parents training. Allow him to train the child. It is his responsibility. It is her responsibility. Sister, feel that she is part of you. He is part of you. Your husband made a mistake. You made a mistake. And it happens to every person. All of us have been there before. So let us learn how to integrate these stepchildren into our relationship. I've said so many things that can cause divorce, isn't it? Or we call, modern slavery. That is the last abuse. Modern slavery. Modern slavery. People are being employed with a job that instead of paying them a right amount, they don't give them the right amounts. Modern slavery. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. That is the only job she has to do. That job that he is doing is not earning him anything. Just being abused. Let us avoid modern slavery. It is abuse. It's abuse. People are traveling. Those of you in Africa who want to travel, I want to tell you, there is no way to enter into Europe again. If you are not coming here to study, stop staying in your country. It's better to die on your soil than to come and die in Libya, come and die in Lebanon. People are going through so many hardships. People who want to travel through North Africa to Italy, they are going through so many pains. Many have died. Many have died on the transit, on the desert, on the sea. Many died. So those of you in Africa, please, if it is possible to work with the little money that you have, that money that you are going to borrow to travel, please have sense. Go for an advice, go for counseling, and use that money to establish something little. The income might not be much, the interest or the profit might not be much, but please work with the little that you have, because God will bless you with that. Don't try that you want to travel for greener pasture. You fall into modern slavery. It's abuse, form of abuse. Many people are in one hall. People are traveling from Africa to Saudi Arabia and they are being mistreated. When you hear the story that is being told, yet there are so many people who are still in the queue because of this one doesn't work much. The brain doesn't work much. Oh, well, I don't care. Even if I go and I die, I will go. So that is where you will die. Your confession will lead you to die. Please stay in your country. I know that we have wicked leaders, wicked presidents and politicians who are selfish and wicked. I know they are. One person will take the money and go and buy Eloprey for himself, and the whole generation are suffering. Children don't have school fees. They are not living in classroom. And yet somebody is having a private jet, a president. Let's buy a presidential jet. Such country. Every year we are celebrating our independence, but yet we are in slavery. Mentally we are bound, but physically we are free. That is not independent. We must be fully independent. I don't want to go there much because when I think about that, it brings me pains. It brings me pains. Lack of intimacy. Lack of intimacy because of hurts, unsolved issues, lack of intimacy. There is a withdrawal. You are being withdrawing gradually. Gradually. You don't spend time together. When you are going to sleep, when you see him sleeping, you won't go to bed. You'll be busy sitting down, watching things. Sister, you are being foolish. Brother, you are being foolish. Stop that. Stop that. Go back to bed as soon as possible. Confess your sins to one another and come together as soon as possible. Whenever you see a gap, mind the gap. Every gap that you give, Satan will come and captivate that and use it to fight against you. Don't give Satan the footstool, because when you give him that footstool, he will use it to fight against you. Another reason for divorce is weight gain or weight loss. Weight gain. You have become so fat, brother. Now you can't perform. What do you want the woman to do? Sister, you become so you don't look so attractive to the man again. Sir, that shouldn't give a reason to divorce your wife. Tell him or her, sister, can you reduce? Can you do a little bit exercise? It's not sin for you to do exercise to keep your marriage fit. But when you become focused and vicious and every now and then all you're doing is exercise, exercise, exercise. You can go fasting and pray and seek the face of God, because sometimes those fat are spirit. Sometimes they are demons that can cause that. They are demons. So please, fasting can do that. Running and doing exercise at home can do that. Recently, I visited my little sister. She was standing there and she was exercising. I asked her, what are you doing? She said, I want to exercise. I said, wow. And she has reduced. Doing gym at home, standing and doing. I said, well, that's fine. I wish I can bring my wife here. I'm teasing. Yes, if it will reduce your weight, but be very careful. Before you do that, do the consent of your husband. Some men want a woman who is a little bit plumpy. Some want a little bit, skinny. Sir, if you're married to a woman that can add up fat, because normally women add fat very easily. I know one that I'm living with. She doesn't eat what I eat. My wife cannot eat half of it. Yet she will put on weight. She will drink tea and drink water and put on weight. So, sir, if you married for a woman like that, it was part of the package. It was part of the package. Don't divorce her. Don't divorce him, because some of them. But it is very dangerous, you know. Don't you think that that can cause you sickness, diabetes, and all kinds of types of sickness? So be very careful. Be very careful. If you need to reduce your weight, go ahead and do that, because it can lead to health problem. Sometimes one of the reasons that divorce comes is health problem. The sister, the brother has contracted a disease. And in such cases, sister, don't leave. Pray. All end with prayer. Pray. Stand firm, for better, for worse. For better, for worse. The brother is sick. The sister is sick. Terminal disease or temporal disease. But you've done and done and done and done. Some of them are very disgraceful. Prayer. Please stay with that sister and in prayer and fasting. Pastor, I've done everything. I've gone everywhere. Some of them are spiritual. Most of them are spiritual. You've discovered that the sister is a witch. You discovered that the sister is a witch. What can you do? Take that sister into deliverance. Don't divorce her because of the spiritual problem that she's going through. I've done everything that I could. The sister is not ready to surrender. Live a holy life. Live a righteous life until God tells you to do anything. Don't do anything. Seek the advice of God at any cost. Lack of equality. Lack of equality. We are talking about problems that leads to divorce. Lack of equality. I think I mentioned that. Social level, we are not equal. Mentally, we are not equal. Psychologically, we are not equal. Who told you that? It is in your brain. We are all equal. We are all equal. We have everything equal. We have the same problem. We have the same need. We all need love. We all need love to survive. We need the breath of God to survive. We need food to survive. We need water. So we have one need. So we are equal. Make up your mind up that we can be equal if you want to. Sir, you knew that she hasn't got that qualification, but when you wanted, when your drive, you wanted to abuse your pen drive, you couldn't hide your pen drive. You just stuck it in and downloaded whatever you wanted or uploaded it. And now you are saying that we are not equal. It is in your brain. It is in your brain. Bring yourself to that equality. Lack of proper preparation. I think I've mentioned of that. Many cause of lack of proper preparation before marriage. God hates divorce. So before you go in, please assess all these things. Assess them. Assess them. Sometimes go to his house and listen to how the mother will talk to you. What are you looking for? Are you coming for my son? Know that you are going to have an authoritative mother-in-law. Can you cope? Go to her house. When she's not there, Mommy, I'm looking for Cynthia. Cynthia is not there. I've been telling you, don't come into this house again. You're going to have a rival mother-in-law. There is nothing that you can do that woman will accept you. Walk away. If it is not God who is leading you. Be careful before you go in. Analyze your in-laws around you. Do they like you? Do they accept you? Do they love you? Do they want you to become part of that family? If the in-laws, sometimes God will build all this defensive mechanism to protect us. My mother said that she doesn't want me, but he is the one that I love. Be careful, sister. Don't be a fool. Listen to your parents. Most of the marriages are broken because of the external family members. They never accepted that relationship for one reason or the other. They saw that that guy is a crook. They saw that that guy is a playboy. And because you're drunk and because of your foolishness and your rebellious attitude, you don't listen. You don't listen. There you are. There you are. You are suffering today. Oh, but I know that there are so many women around him, but he said he loves me. Sister, he doesn't love you. He lusts after you. He will sleep with you, give birth to 1, 2, 3, 4 children. That's it. He will jump to another woman. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. If it is not spiritual attack, if it is not about spiritual attack, I am amazed. If it is not spiritual attack, I have been there before for that one, understand. I am amazed that you look into a woman's face and sleep with her, give birth 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and divorce him and go for another woman and start another project. And your children are suffering and none of the children are in school. None of the children are even having any good thing to do. And the senior one is taking care of those children. Father who gave birth to children and have left them to go and marry another woman. You will never succeed in life. I'm not cursing you. Go back and restore that marriage. Go back and bring that children back to their proper space. You have forgotten those children. Divorce is not good because children suffer. Children suffer and you also, you are going to suffer. Avoid it. Avoid it. Recently, I was talking to one of my friends. Very good friend of mine. She was telling me what I said, sister, please. She said, don't go there. I've closed the door. I said, darling, I beg you. I know you're a very good person. I know you're a very good person. But please, calm down. She said, no way. Don't talk about that. And every now and then I'll meet her, I would talk about that. Lack of proper preparation is part of the arranged marriage. Arranged marriage. You've never seen him before. You just saw his photo. You've been talking on phone and other things. Please test him or her and see that he is the best one. Pastor may propose, yes. Friends may propose, yes. But pray to God and ask God if he is the right one. How can I know, Brother Gabriel, if God will speak to me? Do you understand when God speaks? He speaks in dreams. He speaks in vision. He speaks in some situation. Something will happen and straight away that relationship will be cut off. The demand that the person will be placing on you, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do this. That person is going to control you. Know that something is wrong. Look for signs and warnings that tells you that you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be of yourself when you marry. But in a marital relationship, I believe that everybody should be of himself and produce what he has or what she has. If there is imbalance, that is very dangerous. There must be balance. We want to talk about abandonment. Abandonment. When you abandon your duties and your responsibility, you are no longer fulfilling your responsibility. You abandon what you're supposed to do. Please be careful. When you abandon that, you are bringing your marriage into ruin. Another reason is external factors. I think we've spoken about external factors. Can be in-laws, can be friends, can be new job, a boss, an intruder, can be children coming into that relationship, unexpected visitors that come into a relationship. External factors are one of the major factors. There are so many factors. Children coming in. Divided attention. Anything that takes your mind off from your focus directs you into a different arena. The law says that any person that divorces his or her wife and marry another person has caused idolatry. And a person who have divorced shouldn't marry another person. Go back to that former wife. If you're a Christian, repent and go back. But now we have married. You have married, that marriage must be broken because maybe that person also, the husband, is waiting for her. If God joined you together, that means where you are now is not. Go back to where God joined you together. Go back, please. Don't hesitate. Go back. Some Pharisees in Mark chapter 10 came to Jesus Christ and asked him the same question that it was asked in Matthew chapter 19. The Lord Jesus condemned that it because of the hardened hearted of the children of Israel, Moses gave the law in Deuteronomy, I think chapter 24, that if a person marry a wife and the woman is not good in bed, the woman is not very good in talking, the woman, when you find anything wrong with that woman, give her a divorce certificate. It's because of the wickedness in the hearts of men. And I will always find faults. I've stayed with my wife for over 20 years now. I tell you, I still find fault and she still finds faults. Because man is slow to change. Are you looking for a perfect person? There is none. You are imperfect. And since you are imperfect, it is very hard to have a perfect person to live with you. I am imperfect in so many ways. I depend upon the grace of God to do what I'm doing. By my own strength, I am totally disqualified. I'm unqualified. None of us qualify to be in that relationship. That person doesn't qualify to be my wife. That person doesn't qualify to be my husband. Brother, when did you start knowing that? Sister, when did you start knowing that? Did you pray before joining? Pastor, we didn't pray. I don't know what even came upon me. But now both of you are Christian. Bring that marriage before God. Don't divorce yet. Don't stop until God says stop. And most of the time, God will never say stop. God told me to divorce my wife. A bishop that said that God told him to divorce his wife. It is not Jesus Christ. It's the idolatrous God. So 1 Corinthians chapter number 7 talks about much in how we should keep our relationship. Because of time, I will end here and I will come back tomorrow and talk about this. All that I want to say is that God hates divorce. God hates it. Apart from God hating it, divorce has caused so many problems. So please, if you are in it, do your possible homework. It can work. Every marriage can work. Every marriage can work if we repent and go back to our first love. Today the Lord is saying that remember where you fell and go back. Revisit your love. Attend to what you were doing to let your husband like you. You need to continue to do what you had. God bless you, Sister Anna. What you used to get that relationship, you must use the same thing to keep it. You attracted a man so much, And now the man said that you don't look attractive. Attractive is not physically. Sir, if your wife has reduced weight, now the breast is hanging, it is no longer standing, it will not continue to stand. It will not continue to stand. Love the person. Don't love the body. Love the personality. Marriage is built on a personal relationship. It built a personal relationship with my soul. Love me just as I am. Love me just. Don't love the body. Love me just as I am, darling. And let us go together. Are you struggling in one way or the area? Have I said something, or have I omitted or missed something that you think is the reason of the cause of divorce? The main reason is you. The main reason is you. You've changed. You've changed. You've allowed all these factors to change you. They are storms that come to fortify us. They don't come to destroy us. Don't allow those things that you are going through to destroy you. Allow them to repair you and live for God. Pray with me and let us dedicate this relationship to God. A man have hurt you so much. Forgive him. How can I love him again? Forgive him, sister. Think that it never happened. Tell him that he didn't know what he was doing. Because you can't go anywhere. For better, for worse. Lord, help your children, oh God, in the name of Jesus. Somebody is weeping. Somebody doesn't know what to do again. But Lord, I've told him or her what to do. I pray that they will present the case to you. Sister, brother, you are going through pains. You want to throw the towel. Don't throw it yet. Give Jesus a try. Lift up your hands to the Lord and say, Jesus, I surrender these pains unto you. Lord, I give you this hurt. I am wounded. I brought so many pains on myself. Lord, forgive me. I was wrong, Lord. I repent of my sin. I forgive him. I forgive her. Lord, I have been absent-minded. I have neglected things that I was responsible to. I have not been faithful to him. I have not been faithful to her. Lord, forgive me. Please repair our marriage, O God. Bring restoration, O God. O Balm of Gilead, bring restoration in Jesus' name. Sister, brother, I've just prayed initial prayer with you, but I just want you to go back to your husband and confess. Recently, one sister told me, Pastor, I've been in this. I said, darling, go and look at the face of your husband and say, I forgive you. So long as you still feel the pains of the hurts, the past, about 10, 20 years ago, but you still feel the pains, you can't forgive him. You feel hurt. Forgive him. Forgive her. What she did was wrong, but you still have your husband. You still have your wife. Forgive him. The day that forgiveness will take place, you'll be released and the love is there. You can't love him because you've not forgiven him. And so long as you can't forgive him, God will never forgive you of your sin. And you're building up. Always you become paranoid. Always everything that he does irritates you. You're controlling him everywhere he goes. Wherever he goes out, you call him 20 times. At the workplace, when he says that he go to this place. I can't remember one time we were at work and a nurse, immediately he removed his dress and start working. A call came. And who is there? His wife. Can I talk to my husband? I said, what is this woman doing? Everywhere I go, she wanted to know if I am there. I said, sir, what have you been doing wrong? You broke that confidentiality. You lied to her. And a person that lies today will lie tomorrow. Stop lying. Kukuru kukuru ni jaya. If you stop rushing and doing all kinds of, any woman that go, woo, woo, and your wife, whenever you're working with your wife, he's watching you. So she knows in her absence what you do. I know. Every now and then when you see her coming, you close the telephone, you close it, and the way you are looking, you look suspicious. If you make yourself suspicious, hey, big brother will be set on you. Lord have mercy, Christ have mercy, Lord have mercy. Oh, me Lord, I punish the rebellious spirit. I rebuke spirit of divorce. I present this message to your children that you hate divorce. Malachi chapter 2 verse 16. You hate it. Matthew chapter 19 verse 6. You hate it. What you have joined together, let no man put asunder. Oh God, Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. We shouldn't put asunder, oh God. We bring our hearts to you, oh God. What we are trying to put asunder, oh God, bridge us back. What has been broken, oh Lord, repair the broken walls. Because of the children, because of friends, because of relatives, because of things that we have built together. Oh God, we are going to lose it all. Father, bring them together. As they surrender their life to you, O God, let them bury their pride. Let them forgive you and forgive themselves and forgive their spouse. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. If you have a problem, please contact me. I promise you, you'll be free. I promise you. Come and let us solve this issue together. I'm very happy. No matter how we work it out, we can work it out. I bet you. When we bring Jesus in the situation, he solves it. Until we meet again, continue to share this video. Share with a brother or sister. I'm going to post it very soon. The marriage that God's required. Oh, God said, I hate divorce. I think I'm going to give the title, I hate divorce. God said, I hate divorce. So it will help many people. Tomorrow we come back again. Continue to follow this series. Let people come to love this preacher. I love you and God bless you. Father, thank you for such a great opportunity given to me. Building walls, bridging people together, and breaking divided walls, oh God. We give you the praise and we give you the honor. Every word said, I pray that let your Holy Spirit bring life. Anything said in contrast, oh God, I cry that you take it out. What is going to cause somebody to hate this teaching, Lord, take it out and feed your children with the truth. For they will know the truth, and the truth shall set them free. Amen.